Welcome back to the Mo Outdoor Vibe channel. I've got Ivy in the back seat here. We're heading out to land. Haven't been out there in a couple of weeks because the weather has been pretty poor. We've had a lot of snow, and I was out of the country last week, so I didn't get a chance to come out here. But we've got a few projects to do today. I don't know what the land is going to look like. It might be a little muddy, so I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get back there or not, but we're going to give it a try. So I'll catch back up with you when we get closer to the entrance. We just got to the entrance here. You can see it's pretty muddy right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the truck in four-wheel drive high. And we'll see if we can get back here. Right now this is all rock. They're getting ready to put the roads in. They're getting the rock base set here, and they'll probably have this, Ivy, they'll have this like this for a while now, all rocked out. But you can see it's pretty muddy, so I'm not sure how much we're going to be able to do out here today, but we'll see when we get back here. We got a little bit, probably about a quarter mile or so back on the road here from where our land is, from the entrance. See the heavy equipment off in the distance there. They're working on getting the excavation done out here and getting this road ready for all these lots that'll be out here. Looks like we got somebody parked up here. I don't know if they're somebody looking at a lot or some of the excavation guys out here surveying what they might have to be able to do tomorrow on Monday. But we'll see. Still a fair amount of snow cover on here. The temperatures have been below freezing overnight, so I'm hoping that the ground's a little bit frozen. I'm also hoping that they haven't knocked out our stakes that mark off our corner of our lot, as well as our 50-foot lines. So and here we are. We're gonna pull up here and hopefully we don't get stuck. All right, it's pretty muddy out here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get in the back of the truck, get my mud boots on, and hopefully we can get some work done out here today. First, I want to mark these corners with some spray paints, as all this excavation equipment's out here. Doesn't knock my markers off, and we can actually be able to find this once spring comes and we start. The other thing we're going to hopefully do, I do want to try to set some temporary layout for the house as to where it's going to set on the lot. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get too much to that today, but we'll see what we get to. Get in the back of the truck here and get our mud boots out. We got our equipment for today, so I'm going to get my boots on and then we'll start mucking around here. Got our spray paint. I'm going to put some orange marks to mark where these iron is set on my corners here. We got the corner here, so we're gonna mark this. There should be, yeah, we got the wood marker there, put down on the ground. So I'm gonna take my spray paint. I'm gonna mark this so that we don't lose this, because there's a lot of excavation equipment going in and out of here. So let's get this marked. So we got that marked orange. Then we're going to come up here and mark our 50-foot setback line with orange paint. Come here, Ivy. Get over here, girl. Come on. And there, you can see we actually have a iron in there, I believe. We'll go ahead and move over here to the other side and get these corners marked over here. Ivy's having a good time running around. What you doing, girl? Come on, girl. Come on. So once we get these marked, at least I know if the trucks come in and knock those over, at least we know where our spots are, painted with that orange marking paint. And then the other thing I want to do is put some metal post to mark that. I'm hoping they didn't knock this side out, but we'll see. I'm not seeing anything, and it looks like they've been moving logs over here. Hopefully they didn't knock my stakes out. Nope, still here, thank God. So we'll go ahead and mark this corner. Unfortunately though, I think my 50-foot marker might have been knocked down, so we'll have to see if we can find that. Let's get some spray paint on this. And let's see if we can find our 50-foot. Yeah, they knocked it down. Shoot. So there's the wood. And you can see they're moving these big logs around here, and they knocked it down. So I'm gonna have to see if I can find the other part of that. My guess is it's probably underneath this big log here, which is a bummer. So I'm gonna try to roll this thing out of the way and see if I can find the other end of that. Although it's kind of laying right here. Oh. See if we can find it anywhere in here. Shoot. Well, that stinks. All right, well, I'm gonna dig around here, see if I can find this. I'm gonna try to move this log out of the way. See if that gives us anything. Oh, that log's not moving. Oh. Let's see if we can find anything here. Ivy, get out of there. Hey, get out of the way. Well, I'm going to mark about where I found this, and hopefully that's close. So I went ahead and marked that. I don't know where it could be, and I got to go back and look at the survey and see if they actually put a steel rod in there that I can find. Oh, actually I just found it. There's the other side of it right there. So that's good news. We found it. So now I can paint that. I'm going to stick this back in here. The ground is frozen. We'll spray paint that. This whole little area right here. And hopefully we'll be able to find that. Once I get these logs and stuff out of here. This is why I wanted to mark this stuff. I should have marked it sooner because I was afraid they might start pushing stuff around out here. And this is pretty, ground is frozen. So I'm gonna lay that right there, and hopefully we can find that. So come on, girl. All right, I got you guys a little muddy there. It is kind of a muddy mess out here. Ivy, look at Ivy's paws. Ivy, you're a mess, girl. You are a muddy mess. So, at least we found that. Unfortunately, I think this ground is so frozen, I'm not gonna be able to get any of these metal stakes in here, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna come over here to the truck, and I got my sledge and these metal stakes, so I'm hoping we can get some of those metal stakes in there to mark this, because I don't want to lose my corners that I paid for the survey. Oh, let's get this out. I got this big one that I want to put down on that far corner down there, because that's where most of these trucks are coming out. Although up here looks like where they're moving these logs out of here could be a problem. So we'll get our gear out. It's a little chilly out here, and as you can see, it's pretty dang muddy as well. So let me see what we can get done here. Got our big post here. I got my sledge. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this in here or not, because this ground is still pretty frozen. So man, that ground is frozen solid. That's not going in. So I think the best we're going to do for today on this is have these sprayed so we know where they're at, so we don't lose them as all these trucks go in and out of here. So now I think what I'm going to do now is we're going to go into the into where I think we might set up our home site and see if we can mark some of this stuff off. Again, I don't know if we're going to be able to do any of it because this ground is so frozen, but maybe in the woods over here behind all this equipment, it might not be as frozen, but right now it's not looking good. It's pretty dang frozen out here still, even though Ivy's getting all muddy. Ivy, come on, girl. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? Huh? Hey, Dennis.
How's it going, man?
Good, how are you? It's pretty muddy out here. Still frozen up there.
Oh, it's frozen.
Because they knocked one of them down when they're moving that wood. They cracked one of them off, one of my corners.
Oh, really? Yeah. I can hear Steven saying it again.
Okay. Well, I kind of found, I think where the stake was broke off, but it was like right underneath one of those big logs. Okay.
Isn't that? Then, I mean, you know, like Larry Sproul is the best.
Yeah, I actually called him too, just to check in with him.
If you know what you want, and I mean, you can get with the county through county, which Tim does very well with no problem. And you know what you want, you have no problem. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Larry Sproul's a great set of plans.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, no, I mean, he did a great job on the other house.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Well, and this house is going to be a simple roof line, and I'm not messing around with
I've never had
crazy stuff on this one.
None.
Yeah.
None.
But anyway, what was the other one? The other guy?
Kevin Gerloff. But Kevin's it takes Kevin a while anymore. Kevin's getting ready.
Is he the one? Do you know what Tim's charging now? A foot, roughly? Because I know Larry told me it was $1.80 a square foot is what he's charging.
Larry would be higher than that.
Yeah, he said $1.80.
Yeah.
And then I think he said garages, he doesn't charge anything for that. And then basement was like, I don't know, 75 cents or something.
Yeah.
A square foot.
Yeah.
I know when I used Tim, I think he was charging like maybe $1 a square foot or something.
I think it's around there.
Right around there. Yeah.
Done 50 houses with Tim.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem.
Okay. Yeah, I was going back and forth. I mean, I pulled out my plans from my other house that he did, and I'm like, everything was down to the,
I've never had a problem.
I mean, we had everything listed out. I mean, we even had drawings of like how we wanted molding and everything on that plan. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to pay too much.
I know. I don't blame you.
How lots going? You sold any more?
Really good, yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Hopefully this weather breaks. We start getting the road on past there. We should have, they said within 2 weeks. They've been working on it for a month and a half for the water line. They're dealing with the 30-inch water main.
Yeah.
We'll probably have to bring an 8-inch down Orwood, which we knew basically we was going to have to do that. But hopefully, we had a meeting with them Friday.
Yeah.
At 10 o'clock. Hopefully, they will have the plans to us signed off on and everything.
Yeah.
They said within 2 weeks. Then Ameren UE's done with theirs.
Oh,
we'll
so they're going to do Ameren? Yeah.
Yeah, they're done with theirs.
Their plan or whatever?
Yeah, we'll have theirs Monday, and which we're going to sign off with them and the whole 9 yards, and then we'll get with Crew River and take that under.
Okay.
And
so what do they do, like when they pull the poles out? Are they going to like fill those holes again or something? And then those lines will just get buried, and then Ameren will take off those? Or?
No, Ameren will bring in their own stuff. That'll stay in there at Crew River. There'll be 5-foot separation between Ameren and Crew River, and they'll be in the same utility easement. The Crew River will go from there to that corner, and that's it.
So then are they just going to move into the easement on the lots?
They're moving in between the lines, and the utility easements that are all over.
Gotcha. And then you think they're going to start pulling that out?
We'll get all the stuff in ground first before they start pulling it out. We'll get all the conduit in and all that stuff in. So yeah, now that Ameren UE's got their plans done, we'll get them Monday. Then we will get with Crew River, and then they'll get their agreement. Them two will work together on the separation.
Yeah.
How they want it. Then we're just going to start over there, come in here, take off that way.
And you said the Ameren's going to do like a loop thing, right? In here. I was going to try to put some metal posts in so they wouldn't get knocked over, but that ground is
Did Scott send anything to tell him he become a...
Not yet, I haven't. Okay. I'm not sure who I'm going to use, actually.
Yeah.
I may have you bid it out, too.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, no, I'll bid it out.
Because that's what I did last time. I had Scott. I had Huber, Dan.
Dan Huber, yeah.
I had him bid it.
Yeah, Dan does a good house.
Yeah. And then, so I might...
And then I get some other guys, too, that like that are going to be, I know, preferred builders is going to be Arnie Homes. I know that I say Jay clubbed underneath me. Jay builds a good house. We do, concrete work for Jay, but not only that, Jay gets it done.
Yeah.
Tipker Brothers, which are here in town. Bobby and Billy do a really good job.
Yeah.
Bax.
Yeah. JC. Greg
Bax. Greg's, he's actually doing 3 in here for for Schneider. Yeah. So I can get you. I mean, shit, I'd have whoever, but that is, knows going to do a good job. Yeah. But them guys all do a good job. I mean,
well, what I liked with working with Scott was that, I got the construction loan, and I don't know how you work, but then we just went through all the bills every couple weeks.
That's all. I do mine just cost plus. Yeah. You see all the bids, you see all the bills, you sign off on it, and the title company signs off on it.
Right.
I say, yeah, it's good to pay, and then you see it. I just keep mine very transparent.
Yeah.
Everybody can see what's going on the whole way through.
Yeah.
That's the way I like doing it.
Yeah, that's what I did with Scott last time. And he just charged me a fee. He kind of did it based on percentage, and then just said, okay, here's the total fee. Yeah. And then I just paid him kind of as we progress through the process.
Usually I do mine, either 3 takedown, 3 or 4.
Yeah.
That's the way I do it.
Yeah. All right, well, we got to get some plans drawn.
I'll have Steven, as soon as this ground thaws out, hit them for you.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, Dennis. Ivy, come on. This is about the area where we're thinking about laying out the house, and I was hoping I could put some stakes in here to kind of start mapping out what this is going to look like, but we're probably going to have to clear out some of these trees back in here and get this kind of all set up. We're hoping we don't have to take out that big tree there, but we may have to. Well, we're probably gonna start, this is about where this big equipment is. This is about middle of the lot. And we've got to be at least 50 feet off where our 50-foot line is. And then we're probably thinking another 30 foot. So the front of the house will probably be close to where this front tree line is, but we'll probably have to take out all this little stuff. And unfortunately, probably have to take out this big tree here. And all this stuff in here is going to have to go back over here. This will all have to go out of here. A lot of this little scrub stuff, just a lot of these trees will just have to be cleared out. And unfortunately, I think some of these big ones might have to go as well. But that's probably what we're looking at. I mean, unfortunately, I wanted to kind of map it out here so we could kind of see how much of these trees and which ones we're gonna have to take out, but that's not gonna happen today at all. So let's go over here and see what Ivy's doing back over here. What you doing, girl? Got a little bit of rock in here, which hopefully doesn't cause us any issues when we're getting ready to dig for foundation. But we'll see. That could be a little bit challenging, but hopefully, I'm hoping this is just maybe some rock that at one point when the homestead was in here, that they moved some of that stuff around over here, but I don't know, we'll see. Kind of looks like some of that stuff that was kind of rock that was from the homestead as well. So we'll come back over here, and like I said, once some of this stuff starts drying out and thawing, we're probably gonna start cutting down some of these trees along here that we can kind of get ourselves. Just trying to start clearing this out. And Ivy, come on, get over here, girl. Stay over here. Come on, girl, we're going back this way. Come on, let's go back here. So that's what we got for you today. I was hoping we could do a little bit more out here. As you might have heard, I was just talking with the contractor. I don't know how much of that I'll actually leave in the video. Or actually not the contractor, but the developer. They're trying to get some of this heavy equipment out of here since we now own this lot. But unfortunately, because the temperatures have been so low, they're not starting and they can't get them going. And he thinks there's probably about 2 feet of the ground frozen up down there, so we can't get Can't get anything in the ground, but it sounds like he's gonna have the surveyors reset up there my 50-foot line, which would be nice if they could do that. Get that 50-foot line reset. Let's come back here. We'll Ivy's running around. Still pretty frozen. This snow is pretty much like ice out here. I'm not even sinking in this stuff. Let's go back here and we'll check on the fireplace or barbecue pit or whatever the heck it is back here. That, come on, Ives. See if some of that snow has melted off of there. We can check this out a little bit more. I'm going to check this backside here. Again, I'd be interested if you guys have any idea if you think this is, yeah, concrete's starting to crack pretty good, but got a little bit of mold growth on here. That's the north side of the fire pit. Trying to see, I mean, it kind of looks like these are individual stones that they concreted in. Got some iron there, not sure what that's for, but the other thing we want to do, and I'll bring you guys along, I was hoping we could do some of that today, but there's a lot of, we found some Prohibition era bottles, liquor bottles out here, as well as some other kind of old antique artifact type bottles laying out here. So we'll definitely be coming back out here and bring you guys along to kind of dig up some of this, but I'll show you a little bit of kind of how the ground here sort of, we have this cut through here. Come here, Ivy, get up here, girl. Don't go down there. So this whole area here is where we were finding some of those kind of antique or really old bottles and stuff kind of laying back through here. So once we are able to get back in here when the temperatures get a little bit warmer and we get a little bit of thaw out here, we'll start doing a little bit of treasure hunting, and then I'm gonna take you back up to where the Homestead Foundation is, and I'm thinking we're gonna try to get a metal detector in here and see if we can't find maybe some treasure, I don't know, stuff that's been dropped in there, because I think the actual Homestead Foundation, it looked like it had a dirt floor. Now it may have had something up on top. Come on, girl. Up on top of the footings or the structure that was there, that it was bolted on. But let's come back up here and take a look and see what we got. Going on up here, and we'll show you, I think, where I want to try to do a little bit of metal detecting up here. Come on, Ivy, get over here. Over here, girl. Come over here. Come on, over here. Ooh, this is sloppy over here. It's definitely gotten some sun and thaw over here. Come on, girl. Let's get over here. Come on. Come on, girl. So since some of this snow is melted now, finally, last time we were out here, we really couldn't see the foundation of the homestead very well. But let's see if I can sneak in here. Come on, Ivy, get over here, girl. And let's check this out. So there you can see the foundation here. Goes kind of along here. Looks like it's got a midpoint here. Goes up over there. Comes back all the way around. So pretty good size. Looks like this end that went probably across here has been knocked out at some point. You can see there's some more of that stone right there that we saw over on the other side of the lot. Let's see what we got. Yeah, there's a foundation. Looks like it was poured concrete, I'm guessing, but I'm not sure. So it's definitely raised on this side. Let's see if we can see what we get down to here. Looks like it's just dirt. Based upon where that's at, unless they had a wood structure kind of going across here, my guess is that it probably had a wood floor. I'm not sure what the step down part is, but yeah, we'll see that. We'll see once we're able to get out here, and I want to get a metal detector on that and kind of go around there, because obviously people lived here for a while. There might be some, who knows, jewelry, coins, all that kind of stuff in there. That Ivy, come on, come on, girl. Ivy, come on. That we might be able to dig up out here. So guys, that's all I got for this week's vlog. So if you would like, share, comment, subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get this channel growing. We're going to spend more time out here as we progress with some stuff. I was hoping to get a little bit of work done out here today, but not going to happen. So we'll see you on the next one.